Okay, termination of contract. I don't like saying this, but it's a reality in this business that you might have to terminate your contract. And we're talking about terminating during your option period. You've already watched some videos on how to write up an offer, whether it be an all cash offer or taking over the payments offer or writing up an offer when the seller is an REO, or excuse me, a bank, maybe even a short sale. At some time in your career, you most likely are not going to be able to move forward with the contract. And so it's very important that you know how to fill out this and how to get it to the correct people. Notice a buyer's termination of contract. You see how I put in the address here? And this is between the undersigned buyer and the seller. And let's just say that the seller was Tim Harridge. Tim, I'd never back out on a deal, right? But you need to understand that you have the unrestricted right to back out of any deal during the option period, and that's why you want your option period to be so long if you can, because that gives you that right. Uh, all you need to do is fill in the address, fill in the seller's name, and then check box number 1, the unrestricted right of the buyer to terminate the contract under paragraph 23 of the contract. And that's it. That is really it. You don't need to do anything about the financing. The property doesn't satisfy lender underwriting because we wrote a cash offer most likely. So check box 1, then come down here and you sign it. And here's the thing, you need to fax this to the title company because you dropped this off at a title company most likely. And then you need to fax or email this to the seller. The parties and it, at minimum, you have to fax this to the title company. And here's why. Your earnest money you will get fully back if you terminate this contract before the option period ends. So it's customary for me, and this is, I had to do this, or I had to use this as a leverage tool for a seller that didn't want to come down on their price after I found out that, hey, the roof had 2 layers and there was foundation work. Unfortunately or fortunately, we still did the deal. They were willing to take less, and I didn't have to terminate, but I had to, because it was my last day. I did fax this to the seller, and I just let them know I do not want to terminate this deal, but you need to come down on your price. We're going to have to come down on the price in order for me to close. So it's not something I would probably say I use this 1% of the time, but it's very important that you know, so you always get your earnest money and you don't leave yourself open for some type of specific performance, or i.e. someone suing you.